What you're looking at here is a carrier-based aircraft. It's preparing to eject from the carrier. Although the aircraft carrier is currently the most technologically advanced warship, but one of its drawbacks is that it can only run in the water, and it doesn't run very fast. If you're traveling thousands of kilometers for work, you're going to have to run for days. Efficiency is a bit low compared to today's airplanes. So in all sorts of sci-fi movies, there was a spacecraft carrier to solve the slow movement of the aircraft carrier. I just don't know how long we're going to live. Can you see the real spacecraft? But now we can do that in the simulator. To simulate the primary form of the spacecraft carrier, let the carrier plane fight on the AWACS. Combinations like this must be a junior version of a spacecraft carrier. Now the carrier has successfully landed on the AWACS. And today his mission is to ride an AWACS, pretending to be a passenger plane, to destroy two LNG carriers thousands of kilometers away. The two LNG carriers. It's not really about delivering natural gas. It's about transporting secret weapons that the US military has already produced. If the carrier gets there and kills him, by the time the carrier arrives, he'll be long gone. So at this time, the role of the spacecraft carrier is reflected. Now after a long flight, starter aircraft carrier already flew near the cargo ship, and the two F-35 fighters escorting the cargo ships. It was also found at this time, our abnormal passenger plane, because it has deviated far from the scheduled route. The radio call is also unresponsive. Then two F-35 stealth fighters can only be quickly lifted off the cargo ship. Get ready to explore the situation. But we have AWACS on board. Soon two F-35s were spotted in the air, not to mention these two F-35s, with the help of an AWACS. Various targets within a range of thousands of kilometers. We can all see it clearly. In short, the AWACS radar will be better than the fighter's radar. Much better, even for stealth fighters, and not necessarily bypassing its scans. Then, with the assistance of the AWACS, carrier aircraft riding directly on the AWACS fuselage towards the incoming attack, two aircraft 200 kilometers away 35. They just fired a few air-to-air missiles with a range of over 300 km. And two F-35 fighters suddenly found aircraft patrolling passenger aircraft on radar. A few fast-flying dots emerged. Is flying fast towards them. They know it's not good. Then immediately began to turn to evasion. It's not that they don't want to fight back. It's that they are still far from the range of the air-to-air missile. Air-to-air missiles can't hit at all. AWACS for distant flights. So only passive evasion can be carried out. But by this time they had entered inescapable areas of air-to-air missiles. It's not that easy to hide. Besides, several air-to-air missiles attack together. Even if one is dodged, there is still another. Two F-35s followed. Was blasted into the sky together without suspense. Completely lost the ability to fight. And at this point, our carrier-based aircraft is still on the AWACS. It was meant to be directly on the AWACS. Two transports to the US military. One anti-ship missile at a time. But the anti-ship missile was not fired directly. It is a missile that is dropped and then ignited. If this situation is still throwing missiles on the back of an AWACS aircraft, the carrier plane and the AWACS are going to be lost together. Immediately, carrier aircraft can only fly down from the AWACS disk, and then a fatal blow to the LNG carrier. Last, two LNG carriers used by the US military to transport secret weapons. Under the blow of two anti-ship missiles. Collective offline. Fortunately, these two LNG vessels are not loaded with natural gas, or it's going to blow up like a nuclear bomb. And the carrier-based capabilities are eliminated more and more 35. Stealth fighter. In addition to long-range air-to-air missiles. The most important thing is the blessing of the AWACS. Otherwise, the carrier aircraft may not find 35. So that's the end of today's video. I'll see you next time.